was a real job that Clubsoda Kenny had, a real serious job. There was a time that we really needed a lot of security. I will never have a bad thing to say about Clubsoda Kenny in general, because he was great for me and my family. Clubsoda was Opie's bitch picking him up at 5 a.m. ready to serve. Dude, are you one of those guys? You started off good and now you're already going downhill with your garbage. I will never have a bad thing to say about Clubsoda Kenny in general, because he was great for me and my family. He worked really hard. There was a time that we really needed a lot of security. There was a time we barely could walk these streets on a regular basis. Now I get recognized maybe once a day. I couldn't go a block back in the day. And it was a real job that Clubsoda Kenny had, a real serious job. And then on top of that, we were doing a lot of promotions and a lot of appearances. So your comment is it's just stupid. I think I explained this recently, but in the last few years of the radio show, it was obvious I didn't need security anymore, but I also was loyal to Kenny, and I did not want to get rid of him. And I remember one of my contracts, the company came to me. They didn't want Kenny around anymore for the simple reason they had their own security. They didn't have a problem with Kenny, but they thought it was sort of a conflict of interest that I had my own security guy. He was a security guy for the show, but he brought me to work every day, so it felt like he was more my security. But that's not true. He was watching Jimmy's back. He was watching Anthony's back. But the company had their own security when we were at the Sirius XM facility in the Times Square area. And they famously came to me and like, look, we want to move on from Clubsoda Kenny. And then they're like, whatever money he's making, we will give that to you. And I said, no. And Kenny knows this. I said, no. And even though it wasn't the same job anymore, I wasn't going to do that to him. And there you go. That's the story of Kenny. To this day, I love Clubsoda Kenny. Fact. Do we hang out? No. No, we don't.